All right, we're starting on week 4, and I've been here a little while, getting a few things together. The barrier coat has been lightly sanded, give it a little tooth for the bottom paint to catch, and it's been wiped down. I just came back from having the paint shook, so I'm ready to get a roller and a pan out and start making it look better. Okay, here she sits with the first coat finished. Coat tomorrow, coat the day after, and on Friday I'll get them to move my stands. And my schedule has been pushed by one day. I'll now go in a week from Friday. So the 4th of October I'll go back in the water. So I've got lots of time to finish this up. But she's looking really good. All right then, first coat of paint is done. Moving on to the next project. This window here, I think actually I did it. I was putting the dinghy in the bag onto the boat and I dropped it down in here, and I think I cracked this window with the dinghy. So now we got to see if we can get this thing out and replace it. Oh yeah, I can see it cracking some more as I work on it. This thing has gotten very brittle, and it really wasn't attached all that well. Yep, that's what I was thinking was going to happen. It is definitely broken. Good morning, guys. Today's pretty straightforward. We're going to put the second coat of paint on, and I'm going to clean all the goop off of the window that I removed yesterday. I took it out and get another one made at a local glass shop out of smoked plexiglass, and it should be ready tomorrow after lunchtime. So got to get that cleaned up so we can put that window back in and decide whether I'm going to actually pull the second one or not. We'll see how it looks when I get it. But you watched me paint yesterday. I don't think there's any reason for you to watch me paint again. It's about like sanding. It gets pretty boring. Hey guys. Well, I didn't get much videoed yesterday. Got a lot done. Got the second coat of paint on, and I came up here and I finished cleaning up the window. I went and picked it up and replaced it. I think it looks pretty good. Got some cleaning up to do there, but had some problem with the tape afterwards, and I started trying to take this one out. It has a few cracks, and I decided to go ahead and replace it since that one looks so good. But I didn't get it out yesterday, so maybe I'll get it out today after I put the third coat of paint on the bottom. And that's what we're getting ready to work on now, is put the paint on the bottom. Another late day for me here. Ugh. I was tied up this morning, so here it is about noon. I'm just now getting here. Gonna try to roll this before we get into the worst part of the heat of the day. So let's get to it. All right, guys. A little sweat later and it's out. Now we're off to the glass shop to get them to make another one. Hey guys, back at it again. I believe this is day 23, 24, something like that. Getting there, got a lot done, got all 3 coats of paint on the bottom. Gonna get them to move the stands today so that I can paint where the stands are. I got the gasket for the forward hatch. I'm gonna put that in today. I got some Teflon bolts, or nylon, I'm not sure what they are, for the roller furler, where we tried to take the drum apart. There were bolts in there. So I'm going to replace those, and of course I've got the window out. It's at the shop. They might have it done today. I just talked to them on the phone a few minutes ago. And so today's going to be put the gasket in, put those screws in, clean up that window so that it's ready for the new window when it comes. And I'm sure we'll find a few other things to do while we're here. One more time down here under the sink, I need to install a Zerk fitting so I can grease this ball valve. And I just got the plug out, and it's still just as hard to get at as it was when I started. Well, let's see if I can get a camera in there and you can see what I'm working on. Alright, got some grease in it. Okay, you can probably see the little mess there. I took those out and put the Zerk fittings in there. Put some grease on it. Got the zinc on. I had put another coat of the zinc paint on there earlier. So she's ready to go. See the grease coming out there. Alright, see if this works. Okay, both windows are now in. It looks pretty. Clean them up a little bit more when they dry off. Get everything secure. But I think I can scratch that one off my list. Alright guys, I'm back in the aft cabin again. Got the boards back in. I was just cleaning things up and I found that this foam over here on the corner is a little wet. I have no idea where the moisture is coming from, but we got a little bit of moisture there. There's some water standing down there. So I've never stored anything in these two compartments because they're too hard to get at. I might use them now, but not sure. But I'll put a fan in here, try to get this place dried out. I'll clean this moisture out. My improvised water pump. Old squirt gun, part of it broken, so I cut it. It used to be 2 barrels. I cut it in half and it works pretty good for sucking water out of holes. I guess that's clean enough for now. Just have to leave all of this open and let it dry out. Good morning, guys. Starting to feel a little bit like Groundhog's Day. Same thing keeps happening over and over again. Get up, come to work on the boat. But we're getting there. At least some things are changing. This morning I'll be working on putting the second coat of paint on the areas where the stands were. I just was up inside the boat checking, and it looks like the aft cabin has dried out really well overnight. The foam doesn't feel wet at all. So I'm gonna be trying to get that mattress back in there and get it out of the cabin so we can start cleaning up and putting stuff away and figuring out what else needs to be done in the cabin. I'm changing out my anchor rod. Going to put about 175 feet on the boat now. I've only got a little over like 120, something like that. And so I have 175 feet, and I'll have another extra 125 left as a secondary road.
Fits through there and everything. Good. That's perfect.
Yeah, you can see the foam is all curled up over there. I'm not sure what to do about that. The mattress covers it up. That mattress that fits in here is about 6 inches thick. Try to get a little closer up here. It all looks very dry now. Feels dry to the touch. I can't decide whether to go ahead and put that mattress back in here or not. But I don't see any signs of leakage. I don't know where it would leak from. It might be running in. There's a compartment behind here where the holding tank and the batteries are, battery charger. Could be running in from back there somewhere. That's the quadrant cover. Just thought I'd pop it off real quick. Inspect the cables. Everything looks good. I just washed it out. It was dirty. But the cables all look good. Everything checks out so far. Good morning, guys. Here we are again. I'm here today to put the last coat of paint, third coat, where the stands were. Several other small little projects to do. But things are getting there. A few more days before we go back in the water, and I'll be glad when that happens. It's been a long month. That's been a pretty productive day. Started out with painting the spots where the stands were with the third coat of paint. I've filled some little holes I had with epoxy, sanded down some others. I'd put some fairing compound in. I installed a couple of new speakers back here in the back. The old ones were really just broken up, falling apart. I've been cleaning up inside the cabin, putting all the tools away, and just generally straightening up and getting rid of stuff that I haven't used for 10 years, taking it off the boat. Today is actually the last day of the 4th week that I've been out. I still don't go in for a few days, but I was gonna just stretch it all together and just make one video out of it, but the video is getting a little bit long, so I thought I would call this the end of week 4, make it a week 4 video, and I'll just in the next video I'll have the little bit of work I do between now and then them picking it up and putting it back in the water and getting it in a slip. I have a slip here at this marina. So a couple of more weeks until I head off. I'm really getting ready to go, I can tell you. I'm ready for this heat to quit though. Jeez, it's hot. Anyway, that'll be it for this video.